Hello and welcome to a new Supsis AI tutorial. In today's video, we will take a look at the Tables module. To access the Tables module, we will click on the main menu button and then Tables. The Tables module is one of the richest modules of Supsis AI. As you can see from the main screen, it has a Templates panel where you can find many predefined templates tailored for specific sectors. Every one of these templates does not contain one single table, but a whole connected work environment. For example, in the daily sales template, we have 6 tables, 5 relations, and if you want to, you can generate it with demo data. The Tables module also allows you to create relations from the Relations panel and to generate modules from your pre-existing tables. We will talk about these two features in depth in upcoming videos. Let's talk first about categories. Categories are groups that allows you to organize your tables. For example, if I'm creating a bunch of tables that I'm gonna use for my sales team, I can group all of them under a category named sales. Let's try that together. Now if I scroll down here, you're gonna see that a new category has been created. But there are still no tables inside this category. Let's create together our first table. You can do so in many different ways. The first one is by clicking on New Table, choosing one of these template categories, and then clicking on Use Template. As we said before, this is going to create a whole workflow for you. You can, however, customize this workflow based on your needs and work structure. In the first step, you're going to choose which table you want to generate from the template. The structure of every table is displayed inside the bracket. For example, the first one is named Categories and it has 2 fields. The first field is named Category Name, of which the type is text, and the second field is named Description, of which the type is long text. You can uncheck any tables that you do not need in your workflow. And if you want your tables to be empty, you will have to disable Create with Demo Data. I'm gonna generate mine with demo data. From here you can see the relations that this template is going to create between your tables. Relations are connections used to connect 2 different data fields that exist across 2 separate tables. Relations are connections used to connect 2 different data fields that exist across 2 different tables. For example, the first connection is used to connect a data field from the table Product with a data field from the table Category. These data fields are products and categories. Automations are events that trigger based on specific conditions. These conditions are usually related to the status of one data field. Let's take a look at the first automation. Stock decrease on sale. This automation is going to trigger whenever a new sale happens. In other words, if a record is created in the table Sale Items, it's gonna deduct the number of items sold from the stock data field in the product table. Catch keys are specific values used to trigger functions inside the tables. The low stock threshold catch key allows me to specify a number of products that if the stock falls below, it's going to flag the product as low stock. You can see here a summary of the workflow that you're going to generate. Once ready, you can click on Next. Let's take a look at the workflow we created together. A new category has been created with all the tables that I have selected previously. If I want to, I can move these tables to another category by clicking on these dots. Move all tables and select a category from this list. Or I can rename this category by clicking on the pen. Let's take a look at these tables. The table view allows you to make many adjustments. It also allows you to download this dataset to your computer by clicking here, then download records. You can then choose from here which columns to include. Once you're ready, you can click start. Now let's create an empty table and take a look at the field types. To add a new field, you will need to click on Add Field. From here, a new window is gonna pop up with the different types of data fields you can create. You have standard data formats that you can find in any spreadsheet or text editor, like text, currency, date, URL, etc. And you have also fields specific to Supsis AI, like contact, task, user, and conversation. Now I'm going to create a new record to test this field. Contact fields are directly connected to my contact ledger on my Supsis AI dashboard, which means that I cannot type a contact manually. I'm going to have to select one from my pre-existing contact list. To do so, I'm going to click on Add Person and select one of my contacts. If you're not familiar with the contact panel of Supsis AI, feel free to watch the video dedicated to that topic on the same playlist. Now let's test another field. The same thing for the task field. If I want to add a new entry, a list of tasks is going to pop up with all the currently open tasks from which I can select a task to reference in my field. I can also specify a user from the user field type. And I can also reference a conversation from the conversation field type. One of the most useful field categories is the file fields, which allows you to directly import a file to your Supsis AI dashboard. The file can have a file extension like a PDF or a doc. It can also be an image, video, audio, and you can also import more than one file at once. We will talk more about special fields in our upcoming tutorials. This is it for today's tutorial. Thank you for watching. As mentioned previously, we're going to be uploading more videos about the tables module. Stay tuned, and remember that all the data featured in our videos is dummy data. Bye bye.